Hey everybody, thanks for joining me here at the Jag Bar. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in weekly. I really appreciate all your comments, all of the great things you guys have been talking about the show. Awesome, awesome. Keep it up. Tell your friends about us. Well, obviously today's a little bit different because, well, I don't have a guest. I guess a guest would be kind of very uncomfortable sitting in this pod chair with me. And the reason I'm in this pod chair is because I'm trying to find my Zen. I'm trying to find my chakras, want to get them aligned, my chi, whatever you might call it, because I'm going to put myself through a test. I'm going to try to beat my high score of Tempest 2000 again. So this is the Tempest 2000 Redux. However, this time I'm going to do it with rotary controls. Now this bad boy right here came to me all the way from Saarland, Germany, from a cat by the name of Nick Persane, who makes these. This is a custom-made rotary controller. He said, hey man, have you ever played Tempest 2000 with a rotary controller? I said, no. He said, would you like to? I said, absolutely, of course. So he sent me this guy. I can't believe it. This guy makes these things. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, it feels so right. Honestly, I cannot wait to try to break my high score with this thing. Nick, we are going to put this controller to the test. Tempest 2000 Redux, here we come. Watch out, folks. I'm trying to beat a high score, and I don't know if it's going to be possible or not, but let's see what we can do. See you in a few. All right, so basically my plan is this round, this would probably be my fourth or fifth round, I've kind of lost track now, playing with the rotary controller. I thought I'd be able to play it, you know, in one round and just really dominate with the controller, but it was sort of a learning curve just because I've been so used to, you know, playing the game with the regular pad for all these years. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to score as many points as I can on these lower levels, because once it gets up into the higher levels, it really gets hairy. Obviously, those of you who have played Tempest. I'm going to try to maximize most of my points on the bonus level, but not warp. So at the last minute there, pull out and hope for the best. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But the controls just feel really, really good. Obviously, the game was meant to play with a rotary controller, and Nick Persane, man, this is an awesome controller. I really, really, really like playing with it now. Like, I don't know how I would play Tempest without it now. I would never go back. Look how fast I'm able to whip around the screen here with the rotary controller. You would not be able to do that with the joypad. Alright, I gotta focus. I'm not paying attention here. On some of my earlier rounds, it was one of those things. I had a ton of guys. I'd get to a certain level and just completely biff it, and that one level would take all of my men and I'd end up dying like there on the same level over and over and over again. Those of you who know the game totally understand what I'm talking about. Oh, now this is This is where things tend to get a little hairy. It's very, very touchy. Very, very touchy on the bonus levels. I didn't get any points. I could have got a ton of points there. Okay, so when you're playing with the joypad, you have this sense of timing when you know when to stop, depending where you are on the grid. I don't necessarily have that feeling with the rotary controller, so I'm always like trying to like check myself like where I am because it's very sensitive, and you know, any little movement and you could be all the way across the screen. So there is a level of you know, I want to say that I'm not like I'm holding back, but I guess I'm not playing it as aggressive as I normally would have played it with the pad to compensate for the movement, I guess. The amount of men that I have right now will all be completely gone by the time I hit like level 36. Might be able to get some points here on this level. I'm using the C and A button to go up and down, and I'm using the pad to go left and right. And hopefully I could get out of this warp just in time. So get as many points as I can and then not warp 5 levels ahead. We'll see here. Ah! Missed it. Should have moved. Got greedy. Ah, I hate those guys. So, last time I played with Joe, he said, "Hey, who's Yak?" I said, "I don't know who Yak is." Well, apparently everybody on the internet corrected me, and Yak is Jeff Minter, the guy who created the game. So, my apologies, Jeff Minter. I'll know better next time when somebody asks me who Yak is. I'll definitely know the answer to that one. We're cooking. And that's all due to this controller right here. I was able to whip around that thing so fast, it was unbelievable. Alright, starting to get into the red zone here. Rave is starting to get a little scary. It was all fun and games until somebody took a glow stick to the eye, and now we're not having fun anymore. You know, I wonder why they never released an actual rotary controller. I mean, it seems like Atari always had the paddle controllers. I don't know why they wouldn't have had something like this for Tempest. Even if it was the little one. I remember the Nintendo one had a little Arkanoid. Now this bonus level works really well with the rotary controller. It's very easy to move your cursor around. The other one was a little tough, obviously. We'll get back on track. Get back on track there. Give me those points. I didn't want to warp anyway. On, man. Ugh. Gosh darn it. Oh my god. For reals? I absolutely hate those guys. I hate those little yellow things. Ugh. Ugh. I hate those yellow things. Ugh. Well, that's all she wrote. I tried. Couldn't do it. So I don't know how I got that high score back in the day. Obviously, I didn't have anything going on in my life other than playing Tempest 2000. Unfortunately, I got close, but not close enough. So let's talk about the controller. Nick Persane has made a beautiful rotary controller. I absolutely love it. Took me a little while to get used to it. However, I actually went back and tried to play Tempest 2000 again with the pad just to see if, you know, it was me not knowing how to use the dial properly, or, you know, maybe I could get more points with the rotary. And you know what? It didn't help. I got to a certain level in the game and I just ended up sucking, so it wasn't the controller. However, playing with the pad again, it was a chore. Playing with that dial is absolutely perfect. If you are a collector, if you love Jaguar, I highly, highly recommend you get in touch with Nick Persane. I'll have his information below. You gotta get in touch with this guy. Have him make you a rotary controller just for Tempest 2000 because it is beautiful. That's the only way to play. It's Tempest 2000. You gotta have this. You gotta have this going on. Everybody needs a little bit of this. Trust me, Everybody needs this. All right, folks, that's it for this week's episode of Jag Bar Tempest 2000 Redux. My high score was a fail, but hey, the controller rocked. You gotta get one of these bad boys. BTB signing off for another episode of Jag Bar. Tune in next week. We have lots of great stuff, lots of guests coming, and I have got a ton of games to show you guys. I can't wait to share it all with everybody. Let's get some drinks going and let's, continue the fun, shall we? All right, see you guys later.